Are you angry with your husband because you feel like he's not being a spiritual leader for your home? Have you been complaining to your mom, your sister, your girlfriend that he refuses to go to church or find a church home where you can attend services as a family? What if I told you his refusal to attend church is actually a form of his spiritual leadership? And this is because of the number one reason why so many men have left churches. The number one reason why men are not going to church and not attending churches faithfully is because the church has become spooky. The church is more about emotions than it is about evidence. And the mind of men is searching for evidence of power. And he's not seeing power at your church. In fact, he sees that your relationship is more strained because you're coming to him telling him about what your preacher is saying, but you don't listen to him. You put more value on what your pastor has to say than you value what your man has to say. So that's giving him evidence that there's something wrong at your church because you're not being taught how to discipline your emotions to hear your man speaking and to esteem what your man is saying over what another man is saying. He's seeing evidence of disrespect because of how you're treating him. And carefully consider how his refusal to sit in a place that has spookified the faith is actually how he's showing you not to be emotionally manipulated. In fact, he's doing what Adam didn't do. Adam witnessed his woman being emotionally manipulated by the serpent, and he did not challenge that serpent. He left that snake unchecked. When your man refused to be in a place where he is being emotionally manipulated, he is showing you how to discipline your emotions to examine a thing, whether or not it be true. Because if there is no truth, then there is no conviction. If there is no conviction, then there is no transformation. And if there is no transformation, then what you have when churches are gathering is a bunch of married folk showing up pretending to be in happy marriages, and they can't stand each other at the house. They're faking the funk. Just because she's showing up in church with her man does not mean that they are in agreement at home. And your man recognizes that something's wrong because what he's seeing as evidence from your church is the weakening and emasculation of the men. And the women being empowered to talk all kind of crazy to our man. So if you want to demonstrate to your husband the evidence that what you believe is the truth, then it begins with discipline of your emotion. When your man sees the discipline of your emotion, he has evidence he needs to trust you. When your man sees discipline of your emotion, that is the evidence he needs to consider what you are sharing with him about how you are perceiving things that he hasn't been hearing you about. He will begin to turn his ear to your counsel when he sees the evidence that your emotions are disciplined enough to discern truth from deception. So my challenge to you is that the next time you're tempted to talk trash about what your husband is not doing as a spiritual leader, to be thankful that that man is doing what Adam didn't even do. Be thankful that your man has discipline of his emotion enough not to sit in a place where he is guilted or shamed into giving money or service or loyalty, where he is not being instructed in the evidence and the power of his faith. There should be a connection between heaven and earth that provides evidence that this thing is real. And that's why your man won't go to church. This is Charlotte Law for Love. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this content, like this content, and be blessed and encouraged.